Recording, right? So what we're going to be doing is planning my degree. So let me explain the assignment first, right? So everyone, you guys remember that we went through our degree audit. We went through our degree maps, right? We played with the what if feature, right? So we all should be familiar with these tools, right? So what I want you to do, right, and what mainly you're going to be using to like fill this activity out is your degree map, right? So some of you are taking candidacy, right? Is anyone not taking candidacy? Let me just go to the chat. So Samantha, you're not in a candidacy? Okay, great. Oh, sorry, I just hiccuped. Sorry. All right, cool. All right, so okay. So some of you are in candidacy, some of you are not in candidacy, right? Okay, great. Yeah. All right. So that's like there's like a difference, right? So if for the section that we're going to be working on is under planning for success. So if you go to planning for success, you're going to see degree planning, right? Then there's three little there's three categories, right? So preclinical, then clinical phase, then alternative plan. Alternative plan is your major that you chose for a backup plan, right? So what I want you to do for preclinical phase, there's 2 semesters here, right? Oops. There's 2 semester tabs. You're going to be working on the first one, right? If you have like if you need more semesters, then you can go down to the other semester, right? But all I want is you just to click on this first semester, right? So you're gonna go to planning for success, degree planning, preclinical phase, then the first semester where it says first semester, like the first tab for semester. So then if you scroll down, you'll see that it has 2 semester blocks here, right? So you're gonna enter the semester, right? Starting from this semester, sorry, my dog. So you're gonna start from this semester. If this is your first semester, then you would put fall 2020, right? If you started last semester, you would put spring 2020. If you started the semester before that, it will be fall 2019, okay? Like that. So for example, if you are a first year student this semester, right? So you are gonna just click on the pencil and paper icon. I'm so sorry. My dog is like really loud. All right, so you'll just click on the pencil and paper, then you'll just highlight enter semester, you'll put this semester, so fall 2020, right, to 2021. All right, and then the following semester, you would fill out for spring. So this will be spring 2021. Well, 2020 to 2021, right? Because they're joined. And I always used to get confused of like the 2020 to 2021 thing. Think of it like a whole, right? So fall is the beginning semester, right? That's the first semester out of all semesters, right? Is fall, right? So fall, whatever fall year is, right? Like whatever year it falls in, that's the year that you would put, right? So this year is 2020. We're in the fall semester, so it'll be fall 2020. Then the spring semester is always the second semester, right? Like in the pair. So you'll put spring 2020 to 2021 because you're in 2021, but you started in 2020. Okay, so it's like that if you think of it like that. So for this semester, you might want to put this class, right? So this class is you could just where it says course information, you're going to enter the course. So you'll go to the bubble, like the box, sorry, not bubble, and you'll hit on the pencil and paper icon to edit it, right? And then you would put this class, so HSF 90, right? So that's your very class that you're in now, like you're taking right now, or maybe you took this class last semester or something like that, right? So then pathways requirement, you would select an option. So this one is a program core. This class is a program core. The session, this is our first session in the fall. Remember, each semester has 2 sessions, session 1 and session 2. We are in the first session right now. The session 2 is always shorter. Does anyone know the difference between session 1 and session 2?
Session 1 is like 12 weeks and session 2 is like 6 weeks.
Yes, wonderful. So yeah, that's the difference. Again, just to repeat it, session 1 is 12 weeks long. Session 2 is 6 weeks long. Okay? So just make sure you make that distinction in the plan. And then you could go ahead and fill out the rest of your courses like that, right? If you're not sure what the pathways requirement is, you could always look on your degree works and figure it out, right? So for example, if I go to LaGuardia Community College, the website, and I go to academics and I click on nursing per se, right? And then I scroll down to where it says like where the recommended course sequence right here, right? So for example, if I am in my preclinical phase, right, for nursing, right? Remember, this is for candidacy, right? So if I do not pass my candidacy, I can't be in nursing. I have to pick another major, right? But if I do pass it, that means I'm just going to go straight to my clinical courses, right? All right, so for preclinical courses, if I am doing nursing for this activity, right under the first year seminar, because I'm taking it now, maybe I'm taking ENG 101 as well, right? Then that's the course name, and it fulfills the required core, right? So now there's a required core. So I know that ENG is a required core class for the nursing major, right? So if I go back to my portfolio, right, and I edit that, and I type in ENG 101, then the pathways requirement, I would click on required core because it's required, right? And if I'm taking it now, I will be in session 1. So that's all you're doing, okay? Does anyone have any questions about the preclinical phase? All right, so just to go over it again, you are doing from the very first semester you started at LaGuardia. So maybe if that's last semester, you'll start with last semester's classes, right? If this is your first semester, you'll start with the classes that you're taking now, right? So this whole column would be the classes that you're taking now. So say if you are taking 3 classes now or 4 classes and you're taking 2 classes in session 2 and you probably don't have enough room here, you could just use the bottom one and just not title this, right? Or if you have less classes, say you're only taking 2 classes and you have all of these extras, please do not delete it, just leave it, okay? You don't have to delete it. Just leave it. Just fill it out accordingly, don't delete anything, and it's fine. All right? So this would be for this semester, then this would be for the second semester, which is spring. Okay, so if you are not in a candidacy, right, you could always just do the preclinical, right? Just stay in preclinical. All for the people who are not in candidacy, right? So for degree planning, you'll just go to preclinical phase. There's 2 semesters in this box, and there's 2 semesters in this box. Sorry. So yeah, there's 2 semesters in degree planning for preclinical phase. For all of my people who are not in candidacy, please just do the preclinical phase, the 2 semesters. So there's 2 semesters in here, there's 2 semesters in here, right? And that's all you're doing. All right, so you can follow your degree map to the T. You can make changes. For this assignment, you don't have to contact your advisor or anything like that. But if you want to copy your degree map to the T for this assignment, you can, right? But if you are planning to make changes in the future, always make sure that you are contacting your advisor and asking if that's okay. All right? Is anyone have any questions?
So to complete the course, if I have in the second course, I only have to put second course, right? Or second.
Sorry?
We're supposed to do it now?
No, not now. I'm just explaining it to you. Do you have any
Okay.
questions about it?
No.
So, for example, now for the people who are in candidacy, right? You will be doing the preclinical phase, right? You'll be doing both semesters, right? This goes for everyone as well, right? So if you are in candidacy, right? If you are in candidacy now, you would fill out this semester, which is fall 2020 to 2021 and spring 2020 to 2021. So you'll have both of these, like, I'm gonna call it cubes, right? So this whole cube of this semester should be filled out. This whole cube should be filled out as well. Don't worry if there's extra, that's no problem, right? But you have to have 2 full complete semesters for preclinical phase, right? For the candidacy, right? If you pass the candidacy, you're gonna have to need a plan for clinical phase, right? So for clinical phase, if you go to clinical phase and click on the semester, right? Now you're brought to like the same kind of cube thing, right? But in this case, you just need to fill out one cube. You do not have to fill out 2, just 1. All right. So for example, for nursing, right? It says clinical courses, right? For fall, 12-week session, and for spring, 6-week session, right? You could also just put these classes in one session. Just make sure that they're offered during that time. You could do that, right? But do not fill out for both for clinical courses. So you're just going to put one clinical course, one semester for the clinical course. So 1 full semester. So for example, we did our preclinical course already for fall 2020 to spring 2020. So this semester would be for fall 2021. So fall 2021 to 2022, right? So that will be for fall, right? Next fall. This would be for the clinical phase. Just this block. Do not do the second block. Okay? Now, after you're finished with that, everyone should be doing an alternative plan, right? Alternative plan, simple, right? Is what you put for your what if. If you want to change it, you can change it. It doesn't really matter. You can go to the LaGuardia website, go on academics, get the recommended course sequence, or even the degree map, right? You're going to go to an alternative plan. You're going to click on the first like semester tab, right? You're going to click on that. Then you are going to see right here, there's another 2 like cubes, right? But you don't need to do 2. You're just going to do 1, right? So then this would be for the same semester. So it will be for next semester, next fall. So it'll be fall 2021. Oh no, 2022. No. 21 to 2022. Yeah, so it'll be fall 2021 to 2022, right? So this would be your alternative plan. Just in case you don't make the candidacy, right? You have this recommended course sequence for the other major, right? If you pass your candidacy, congratulations, right? You are going to go with your preclinical phase semester block and you're going to go register for those classes. Does everyone understand that?
No.
Can you repeat?
So if you are in candidacy, right? If you are in the candidacy program, you are taking your classes right now, the general classes, right? That will be in, let me show you, right? So the preclinical phase. The preclinical phase are the classes that you're taking before your candidacy. right? You need to complete 2 full semesters off of that. So maybe last semester, if you started last semester, or if you started for this semester, right? If you started this semester, it would be this semester, fall 2020, right? To spring 2021, right? Those 2 semesters. Then if you pass your candidacy, if you pass it, congrats, right? You're going to move on to your clinical phase, right? You're going to need a plan for that semester, which is fall 2022, right? Which is next fall. That's next fall, right? You're going to be looking for like clinical classes, right? In your major, in your nursing major or whatever you're in for candidacy, right? You're going to need your classes. So you're going to complete 1 semester for your candidacy, right? After you pass it. So you can take those classes, right? Now, for the alternative plan just means just in case you do not pass your candidacy, right? For that same semester, for next fall, you're going to have a plan if you don't pass your candidacy. So that's when you're going to put the alternative plan semester, just 1 for the classes that you're going to take. Does everyone understand that? So
Yeah.
in simpler terms, right? What you're doing is you're putting your semesters in right now, right? For preclinical phase. You're putting in the classes that you're taking now and for next semester. When you take your candidacy and you pass it, you're planning for next fall, right? You're planning for next fall. If you pass your candidacy, you're going to be putting those classes in, right? Then if you do not pass your candidacy, we are planning for the same semester next fall, just in case you don't pass it for the other major. Okay? Anyone have any questions? Let me check the chat. So preclinical phase, right? The difference between preclinical phase and clinical phase. Preclinical phase is before candidacy. Clinical phase is after you pass your candidacy. Okay?
So we have to fill up the clinical phase also, who is not in the candidacy?
Who's not in the candidacy? No. For my candidacy people who are taking the candidacy, right? What are you doing, right? You are doing 2 semesters in preclinical phase. Please grab a paper and pen and write this down, right? So for candidacy, those who are taking candidacy, right? You are doing 2 full semesters in preclinical phase. Then you are doing 1 semester in clinical phase. Then you're doing 1 semester in alternative plan.
But for the person who is not doing clinical,
I'm getting to that, right? So for people who are not doing the candidacy, right? What you're doing is where it says preclinical phase, you are going to list out all the classes that you're taking within these 2 semesters here. So you do not have to do the clinical or alternative plan. You just have to plan for all 4 semesters that you're in LaGuardia for. Does everyone understand that?
Yes.
No, I don't, because I'm confused a little bit. So, okay. Well, how am I going to start this? Like,
Stacey Ann, are you taking candidacy?
not now. Yes, I'm trying to do that, but I'm doing the preclinical courses now.
So you're in candidacy, right? So what
yes,
you're gonna do?
But I'm trying to say, we're not going to know if we pass yes or no until next semester, right?
Just a planning.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're planning.
Oh, it's just a planning. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to just fill up the pre-clinical phase only, right?
For what? No candidacy?
Yeah, just I am taking like key courses only, so I have to like fill up the pre-clinical phase only, right?
So that means that you're not taking candidacy at all, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So only these 2 semester blocks here, these tabs, you're going to fill up for all 4 semesters. So if you click on the first one, there's 2 semesters there. Then if you click on the second one, there's another 2.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I have a question. So my major's for LPN, so I'm gonna have to do all 3.
Are you in candidacy?
No,
You're not taking any candidacy?
I'm taking my prerequisites.
Yeah, but are you do you have to be in a do you have to take the exam?
Not yet.
But you have to eventually.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, so you'll have to do all 3. So for preclinical phase, you'll do 2 semesters. Then clinical phase, you'll do 1 semester. Then alternative plan, you'll do 1. So it's 4 semesters as well.
Okay.
Any other questions? If you're still confused, please let me know. Don't be shy. Ask me. Any questions, confusion at all?
I think we're good now.
All right, cool.
يونان في واحدة كاتبة لي عايزة محافظ جاي في الطريق.
Sorry?
هم؟
Sorry?
عايزة واحدة متهيألي. لا صينية. لما تيجي أقولك تطلعي لها بس البسي وجهزي يعني عشان أنا بكتب مع الكلاس خطوة بخطوة. باي باي.
All right. So, all right. So if you are fine with this, let's just go over how to register for classes. All right. So for registering for classes, we're going to use CUNY first, right? So if you go to CUNY first, I'm just going to show you. You don't have to do it right now. I'm just going to show you how to do it. Remember, you always have this video, right? So if you click on Student Center, then we're going to go and shop for classes, right? That's what we're doing. So if you go to Enrollment Shopping Cart, right, and you click on that, and you just select the term, which is, let's say I'm planning for spring, right? Continue. Now it says my enrollment shopping cart is empty, right? So what do, right? We're gonna search. So there's a search button right here. If you click on it, then it brings you to this page. You'll select the institution. So for me, I'm not gonna be here, but it's okay. We're gonna click on LaGuardia, right? You're gonna select the term. So you're gonna select spring because we're in fall already. Then the subject. So for example, if you need ENG, let's see, ENG, and you're gonna type in the class code. So ENG what? Is it ENG 101, 102, 104? What is it, right? So I'm gonna click on 101 just for an example. And then you're gonna click on search. And now it tells you this is the list of when the classes are available.
I have a question. What if we want to change one of our professor for fall 2, like session 2?
Sorry?
What if we want to change our professor for session 2?
Change your professor for session 2?
Yes, for fall 2. Yes.
You would have to drop the course and then do it again.
Okay.
But you would have to, I would talk to an advisor because remember, I'm not an advisor. I'm just a student. Okay.
You can swap.
Oh, yes. So,
Because if you have drop, maybe you have trouble with the financial aid. So swap is easier. But is other class open? This is a trick.
yeah. So, yeah.
Thank
you're absolutely
you.
right.
Thank you.
Absolutely right. So don't drop it. Sorry. Again, that's why I always tell you guys to go and ask your advisor because I might not give you the best advice, you know? But there is swap, right? You have to make sure that the class is available too. So this is just basically it, right? So once you find like a day and time that works for you, if you look up the professor on Rate My Professor and he has great reviews, and if they have not so nice reviews, don't worry about it. I had a professor that had terrible reviews. When I took the class, it was perfect, right? So it's always hand in hand. You have to like take a wild guess, right? So all you have to do is just click on select. Then you're going to just make sure all the information is correct. This is the class that you want. And then just click next. Then it says ENG has been added to my shopping cart. So my shopping cart is here. So it's great, right? So if I go back to my shopping cart, enrollment shopping cart, error. Oh, my enrollment cart is empty. Why? Like it's there, right? So the class has been added to my shopping cart. You could do this for each class, and then when you're done, you're just gonna hit enroll. Okay? I can't hit enroll and show you because I'm not gonna be enrolling into this class. Okay? So that's all you have to do, and then you're fine. Does anyone have any questions about registering?
No.
Alrighty. All right. So let me stop the recording from here.